I'd like to call this meeting of the Monticello City Council to order. Would you please rise and join me in reciting the pledge? And would you remain standing as Rodney Burris leads us in prayer? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Father, thank you so much once again for bringing us together. We ask you to give us clear eyes and clear minds as we go over the information we need to deal with. We love you and praise your name. Amen.
Amen.
Mr. Reed?
Here.
Mr. Woodham?
Here.
Mr. Carey?
Here.
Ms. Lively? Here. Ms. Yoon? Here. Mr. Burris?
Here.
Mr. Broderick?
Here.
Mr. Kuhn? For the quorum?
Thank you. Public participation, in-person participation. This is an opportunity for the public to provide public comment to the presiding officer. Those wishing to speak are required to sign in prior to commencement of the meeting and must address council from the seat and table provided. The public comments must comply with ordinance 2014-02 and be limited to 5 minutes or less. And I don't see anyone out there, so I'm assuming we're not having anyone this evening. Remote participation. This is an opportunity for the public to provide public comment to the presiding officer. The public comments must comply with ordinance 2014-02 and be limited to 5 minutes or less. At this time, members of the public are able to attend public meetings by web conference and to submit public comment by email, voicemail, or through web conference. Anyone? Moving on to the consent agenda. Approval of documents and actions items is listed. Claims report. Claims dated May 13, 2025 through May 27, 2025. Meeting minutes. City Council meeting minutes May 12, 2025. Budget report March 2025. Treasurer's report January 2025, February 2025, and March 2025. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions of city staff? Hearing or seeing none, may I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Reed?
Yes.
Mr. Woodham?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Lively?
Yes.
Ms. Yoon? Yes. Mr. Burris?
Yes.
Mr. Broderick?
Yes.
Passes.
Okay, no mayor's report this evening. Moving on to new business, mayoral appointments. I would like this time to appoint Fire Department Chief John Rupke for a 4-year term. That's for my term, and Police Chief Robert Bross for the duration of my term. Is there a motion to approve my appointments?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? Hearing or seeing none, may I have a roll call?
Mr. Reed?
Yes.
Mr. Woodham?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Lively?
Yes.
Ms. Yoon? Yes. Mr. Burris?
Yes.
Mr. Broderick?
Yes.
Passes.
I'd like to appoint Alderman Tom Reed as a signer for the First State Bank accounts only. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions? Hearing or seeing none, may I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Reed?
Yes.
Mr. Woodham?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Lively?
Yes.
Ms. Yoon?
Yes.
Mr. Burris?
Yes.
Mr. Broderick? Passes.
Thank you. Resolution 2025-34, a resolution approving a contract for Independence, Main, and William Street resurfacing. Jim Grabarczyk.
Thank you, Mayor. The project was presented and approved by the City Council for inclusion in the FY 2025 General Fund budget. The attached bid tabs show the results of the 3 bidders as well as the bid average and the high and low unit prices. The construction start date is tentative scheduled for June of this year. We'll know more about the contractor's schedule upon execution of the contract. Project completion date is scheduled for the middle of August 2025. Access to affected properties will be maintained as reasonably as possible. It's recommended that the City Council discuss and approve Resolution 2025-34, approving a contract for Independence, Main, and William Street resurfacing as presented today's meeting.
Is there a motion to approve Resolution 2025-34?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Comments or questions of city staff?
So we are going with A&R, correct?
Yes.
On one of these lines here, it says the city desires to award the contract to Dunn Company. for the amount of 837,410. I assume that it's on the first, or it's on the resolution page.
That's likely a typo.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, I just wanted to point that out, make sure.
Yeah, so
Make sure you fix it for
we'll change it before we have Mr. Summers sign it.
Thank you for bringing that to our attention. Any other comments or questions? Hearing or seeing none, may I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Reed?
Yes.
Mr. Woodham?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Lively?
Yes.
Ms. Yoon?
Yes.
Mr. Burris?
Yes.
Mr. Broderick?
Yes.
Passes.
Thank you. Resolution 2025-34, a rededication resolution renaming Robert C. Burke Memorial Park to private first-class Robert C. Burke Memorial Park. I'll read the resolution. Whereas the city of Monticello so desires to rename the Robert C. Burke Memorial Park to private first-class Robert C. Burke Memorial Park, and whereas the city of Monticello so desires to rededicate the park upon completion of the added amenities and site improvements, and whereas the city of Monticello so desires to continue honoring private first-class Robert C. Burke, and now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Monticello, Piatt County, Illinois, the foregoing recitals being incorporated herein by reference as follows. In recognition of private first-class Robert C. Burke's valor and heroic conduct in combat during the Vietnam War, and honorably serving as a machine gunner with Company I, 3rd Battalion, 37th Marines, 1st Marine Division, in recognition of private first-class Robert C. Burke receiving the Purple Heart, the Republic of Vietnam Gallantry Cross with Palm, the National Defense Service Medal, the Military Merit Medal, the Vietnam Service Medal with Service Star, Republic of Vietnam Campaign Medal, and the Medal of Honor. Effective date. This resolution shall be effective forthwith in passage and its approval in the manner provided by law, passed by the City Council of Monticello, Piatt County, this 27th day of May, 2025, by the following roll call vote. Any comments or questions?
Not to sound ungrateful, but is it just so it says memorial? Is that the?
Private first class.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's always been private class work.
It hasn't. That's why it's changed.
It's been Robert Burke.
Yeah.
How many times I drive by that? Okay, fair enough. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? Hearing or seeing none, may I have a roll call? If I have a motion, I know I do. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Mr. Reed?
Yes.
Mr. Woodham?
Yes.
Mr. Carey?
Yes.
Ms. Lively?
Yes.
Ms. Yoon?
Yes.
Mr. Burris? Mr. Broderick? Motion passes.
Thank you. Alderman's reports. Eric?
Done.
Thank you.
And good.
Good 2 weeks.
Ready for them to work on independence?
Elaine?
None.
Nothing? You always say something. Tom? Ryan?
The work being done on PFC Robert C. Burke Memorial Park is phenomenal. It looks great. I this morning and checked it out and actually had someone approach me and tell me how excited they were to see it open, getting closer to being opened, and they were excited to take their grandkids to the park to play, and they said the grandkid didn't understand the fact that the park wasn't open yet and through the road, but yeah, so it looks fantastic, and hats off to everyone involved in it. It looks awesome.
Thank you. Cole?
No, sir, nothing.
Andrea?
I'm going to second the park. It looks fantastic.
It does. It does. And I was out at the cemetery yesterday for the ceremony out there, and I did make sure that I invited the public to come on that specific date, Saturday, June 21st. The ceremony will begin at 10 o'clock a.m. Okay, so hopefully you'll all be there. Bells on and your swimming suits so you can open the pool. It'll be great. Okay. Are we good to go? Police chief's report.
Thank you, Mr.
Robert?
We are going through our sex offender registry and making sure that all of our registered offenders are where they're supposed to be with the information they're supposed to have. Actually, Officer Doherty and Lieutenant Lansford are at our house right now to confirm their addresses, so we'll be doing that over the next week. If you remember, it was about June or July last year, we had an incident where a registered sexual predator thought he could be at the pool. He is not allowed to be there. We sent a letter to every registered sex offender in the county advising them of the law and what would happen to them if they decided to not use common sense and still come to the pool. So hopefully we don't have another issue with that. We do have school, last couple days of school, so we'll be hanging out in the schools a little bit just to kind of make sure the kids jet off on a good foot for the summer. We met as a city staff about the July 3rd parade, or I'm sorry, not parade, but the fireworks. Those are a go from what we gather. We have a meeting with the coordinator for that, June 11th at the sheriff's office. We have an idea of what we are doing on the city side of it, and it's just putting our plan along with theirs together. We have no idea on where the shuttle buses are, because obviously the big thing with us is the White Heath exit being non-existent right now. So I'm guessing around 10, but I could be wrong. So finally, we did receive an award through Lexipol. They do our policies, procedures, and training updates. There's 3 levels of awards: gold, silver, and bronze. With all of our updates we've done and making sure people actually do their training updates, we received the gold award. So that's a benefit to us going forward. It shows everyone, we ask everyone to operate by the rules, we should too. So that kind of reinforces that.
Very good. That it? Very good. I'm glad to hear about that award. Is it a big prize, financial prize that the city?
We have a plaque.
Oh, wow.
We can sell that to another agency.
That, I don't think that'd be good. City Administrator, Terry?
Just a couple of things to tag along with Alderman Woodham. Courts will be painted next week. Playground was waiting on a part to be shipped. They're going to be back in town this Friday. Then they'll do the poured in place surfacing on the playground. So bear with us a little bit. There's actually wood. The basketball hoops are up and nets, but the contractor put a piece of plywood over the top. So play basketball in the worst kind of manner, but we're getting there. And please keep that June 21st date in mind. I think we'll start about 9 a.m. So more to come on that ceremony.
Anything else? That's it. Any other comments for the good of the public? Hearing, seeing none, may I ask, is anyone interested in adjourning? A motion is, how about a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, no. See you in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Sometimes it's 3, that's why I already stubborn.
Gotta get that.